So what is good, everybody? My name is the Coaster King, and today I'm doing a Six Flags tier list for the Six Flags rankings, and what parks I think belong in what tier. So one disclaimer that I want to get out of the way is that I have not been to all these parks. I've only been to a few, probably about a half, a little over that, and that in each tier there's no ranking. So like the left one isn't the highest. There's all on the same level about. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So starting off at the D tier, the lowest tier, I have Great Escape and Frontier City. I'm sure not too many people are going to debate these. They're really not known for any good roller coasters. I'm not sure that either park has any great rides. Great Escape is mainly focusing on their indoor water park and their hotel rather than the actual park. And Frontier City was just bought by Six Flags, and they don't really have too many good rides in general. So I'm not gonna really talk about these two. They're just the low tier, and nobody's really gonna disagree with that. At the C tier, I have La Ronde, Six Flags St. Louis, and Six Flags America. Some people might put Six Flags America at the D tier, but I'm not gonna do that. I think that their hyper there, Superman, is a decent ride. I actually liked it a lot. Batwing, if it opens, is good, and Joker's pretty good. So that's I think why Six Flags America is a little better than D tier, but overall just not a good park. It's not known for anything good. Six Flags St. Louis is another one of those parks that's not that bad, but really doesn't have anything special. That's kind of like the idea of these ones. They don't have anything special, but they're not horrible parks. Six Flags St. Louis needs like an RMC or RMC Raptor to really push it over the edge. I think if they RMC Boston, they'll be pushed to the B tier, but for now they're going to be in the C tier. And for La Ronde, they do have Goliath, which is their I don't even want to call it. It's not a hyper because it's like a little under 200 feet, but it's still a decent ride. Get some good airtime in, but nothing special at that park either. Maybe if they RMC'd one of their rides, it would be pushed to the B tier. But for now, it's on the lower end of the C tier, in my opinion, more towards the D tier than the B tier. Now for the B tier, I'm going to throw in Six Flags Darien Lake, Six Flags Mexico, and Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. So for Six Flags Darien Lake, they were just recently reacquired by Six Flags about a year ago, along with Frontier City. They have the Superman, which is the clone from the one at Six Flags America. They also have Impulse, which is like a Gerstlauer Eurofighter. And these two rides are pretty strong. I feel like that really holds up their lineup and makes it decent. I do think that an RMC is going to be coming in the near future for them, and I think that would really push them to keep them, solidify them in the B tier, and maybe push them to the A tier. Darien Lake has a decent lineup, decent set of flat rides, and a decent park, like reputation and how it looks and design. So I feel like it's a strong B tier park. As for Six Flags Mexico, it has the Joker, I believe. No, sorry, Medusa. They have Medusa, which is an RMC, and I think this was an average RMC as opposed to some of the other ones. It's kind of a mid-tier RMC. Other than that, the lineup is decent with their hyper coaster, the Morgan Hyper Superman, and another middle of the road park puts them in the B tier, and kind of right in the middle. And then there's Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, which is in my opinion on the lower end of this tier. They have a below average RMC in the Joker, and honestly, not too many rides outside of that. They do have like the Medusa or something like that, but really this park does not have any standout attractions besides the Joker, and can't be seen as that good of a park until maybe they add some larger rides in the near future. I know they do have very strict like 150 or 200 foot height limit, which really kills this park's ability to expand. California laws are kind of strict, but anyways, this park, is an average Six Flags park. Not horrible, but not good. Not for the A tier parks. I have Six Flags Fiesta Texas, Six Flags Over Georgia, Six Flags Over Texas, and Six Flags New England. I know the Six Flags Fiesta Texas one is going to get to controversy, and people are not going to like that. But I did go to this park, so I do have first-hand experience here. Uh, I thought it was a decent park. The atmosphere was really nice, and they had a good collection of rides. I liked Iron Rattler. I thought it was a little bit overrated. Kind of was a little short. Kind of was a little sluggish at some points, and only got airtime in a few moments. But I did love the Wonder Woman there. I felt that those very intense, very quick, and overall that was a great ride. The restraints did be a little uncomfortable for me. It hurt my shoulders. I'm a taller guy, so that's one complaint I have about it. But this park had a great lineup. The day I went, Batman, their 40 Free Fly was closed. They also have a Batman clone and Poltergeist, which is a clone of the Joker's Jinx at Six Flags America. This park is above average. But the reason I'm not going to put it at the S tier is because I don't feel like it has the overall coaster lineup that some of the S tier parks I'm going to get into in a second do. But they do have two standard attractions in Iron Rattler and Wonder Woman, so that pushes it to the A tier and probably the upper end of the A tier. For Six Flags Over Georgia, they sent the park with a lot of great attractions. They just got Twisted Cyclone, which I would say is an average to above average RMC. They also have Daredevil Dive, which is a Eurofighter, and some other great rides in the park. I think they have Goliath, which is a hyper. In this park, it's an above average park. They have a great lineup. Not too much of an appearance factor as much as VS Texas, but overall a decent park. That's definitely above average, and definitely one of the parks I want to make my way to in the near future. Six Flags Over Texas. I did go to this park. I did not think that this park was as good as Fest Texas, but it's still in the A tier because it has a good collection overall. They have New Texas Giant, Titan, and Shockwave were I would say the big three there. They had a great collection of flat rides from my experiences. They're going to be getting their Aquaman Splashdown, Mac Power Splash in the next year, which will definitely help up the lineup a little bit. I think that um, Shockwave was a great ride. Honestly, I thought that was honestly probably the second best ride, close to New Texas Giant in the park. New Texas Giant is I would say a below average RMC, but still a good RMC. And they also have a hyper in Titan and a launch coaster in Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast. So this park is another one that has a great overall lineup, and that's why it's in the A tier. And then we have Six Flags New England, which is a park I go to decently often. They have the big 1-2 punch that everybody knows. You got Superman and Wicked Cyclone. Wicked Cyclone is in my top three favorite rides of all time. And Superman, before they got those horrible restraints, was my favorite coaster in the world. But since then, has been demoted a little bit. But these two really carry the lineup. They have Batman, a floorless coaster there, and Pandemonium, which is the Pandemonium clone, and Goliath, and Goliath, which is one of their two boomerangs there. But this is another one that over Texas has a good lineup. Probably not as good as Fiesta Texas, which I would think is the upper A tier, but has a great lineup, decent atmosphere, no complaints about this park. As for the S tier, the highest tier, I have Six Flags Magic Mountain, Six Flags Great America, and Six Flags Great Adventure. Six Flags Magic Mountain obviously has so many coasters. There's just so many rides to go on. You can't even do them all in one day. You got X2, Twisted Colossus, Full Throttle. You can name so many rides that are just awesome there. And it makes it destination park. I think they're going to be getting RMC Raptor in 2021 or 2022, which will definitely help them out in their lineup and make them by far the best Six Flags park. They have a great lineup, not the best atmosphere, but they have that coaster lineup makes it absolutely the best Six Flags park in my opinion. Um, I do want to make my way out there to go on towards the Colossus. I haven't been to this park, but I do see the coaster lineup and think that this is the best Six Flags park. It has that coaster lineup which really carries it. Next, Six Flags Great America. This is a great Six Flags park. There's no doubt about it. It's actually, I think, in my opinion, one of the more underrated parks. They got X Flight, Raging Bull, Goliath, and I think they got Max Force a year ago, and I think they're going to be getting a dueling RMC American Eagle in the near future. This park is just overall great coaster lineup, great atmosphere. It's always crowded from what I've heard and seen. It's a popular park. No one, you're not going to skip over this park. It's one of the best in the Six Flags chain with a great lineup and great rides in general. And the last one in the S tier is my home park, Six Flags Great Adventure, and I think this park is absolutely great. My favorite roller coaster of all time here is El Toro. I love the ride. There's nothing wrong with the ride in my opinion. I got Nitro, King Decop, Bizarro, Superman, Green Lantern. Great rides, great lineup. One of the best lineups in the Six Flags chain. And the thing that really pushed it to the S tier, in my opinion, was the Jersey Devil Coaster coming in 2020 or 2021, depending on this construction, if New Jersey wants to allow it. This park is one of the best in the chain. There's no doubt about it. El Toro's great. Nitro is way underrated, and Jersey Devil is looking to be one of the best coasters in the world. So this park has to be considered one of the best in the chain, if not the best in some people's eyes. Yo, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comment section any video ideas for the near future. I'm probably going to be doing one of these for a Cedar Fair parks. So that's going to be it. See you guys next time.